Next up, we have number 4, JoJo Clark. He's with his dad, Joe, his mom, Angela, his older sister, Zariah, and his little sister, Amaya. JoJo's favorite high school memory was winning the state championship, and his plans after graduation are to make money and provide for his family. Next up, we've got number 28, Edwin Dennis. Edwin's here with his mom, Gizma, his brother, Stuart, and his nephew, Xander. Edwin's favorite high school memory was his whole freshman football season, and his plans for graduation are going to Utah University for construction engineering and football. Okay, next we've got number 2, J.C. Dickerson, with his dad, Jimmy, mom, Melissa, and family. His favorite high school memory, winning the state championship, and his plans for after graduation are getting a degree and going into pro football. Now we've got number 97, Darren Dietz. Darren's with his mom, Patricia, his dad, Casey. He's played football at Saguaro for 3 years. His favorite high school memory is going to state with the team, and his plans after graduation are working on a hot shot crew. Let's hear it for number 33, Mario Espinoza, with his dad, Mario, his mom, Tatiana, and his sister, Mila. Edwin's been with the Saguaro football team for 4 years. His favorite high school memory is playing all 4 years with his boys. His plans after graduation are working as a security engineer. Next we've got number 99, Jonathan Gallardo. With his dad, Ray, mom, Adriana, and his brother, Joseph. Jonathan's been with Saguaro for 4 years. His favorite memory is winning the Open Division his sophomore year. And he'll be going to college for business and marketing. Let's hear it for number 71, Damian Gutierrez. His dad, Rolando, mom, Wendy, and his girlfriend, Malia. His favorite high school memory was Saturday team meals, and his plans after graduation would be a civil engineer.
I say KDUS AM 1060. That's how I don't know how you say it.
Next up, we have number 46, James Hall. James is with his dad, Brian, his mom, Natalie. James has been with Saguaro football 4 years. His favorite high school memory, being named Special Teams Player of the Year in 2020 and winning the Open Division Championship in 2021. He'll be attending college, studying civil engineering, and continuing his passion in sports. Now we've got number 86, Zach Hariri. He's with his mom, Mandana. He's been with Saguaro football for 3 years. His favorite high school memory, spending time with his friends. And he plans on going to college and majoring in business. Next we've got number 32, Charlie Howard. Charlie's with his dad, Ben, his mom, Claire. He's been a football player here at Saguaro for 4 years. His favorite high school memory, winning the Open Division his sophomore year. plans to attend university and pursue a career in business.
Like 6:55-ish. Whenever
Now we've got
senior,
Aiden
they're doing their
Johnson.
senior ceremony stuff before the games.
Aiden's here with his mother, Beverly.
Yeah.
Aiden's played at Saguaro for 4 years. And his plans for after graduation, these are his words. Those who know me already know.
Zoo, in terms of you're not going to be able to park, I'll send you a
Next we have number 13, Kyron Jones,
tell you exactly what
with his dad Patrick, mom Mashallah, brothers Thomas, Kenyon. His favorite high school memory is making state in football and track. And he plans on becoming a lawyer after graduation. Let's hear it for number 19, Jordan Coombs. Jordan's here with his dad Frank, his mom Diane, his girlfriend Delaney. He's been with Saguaro football for 4 years. His favorite high school memory, the JV locker game before varsity games his sophomore year. And he plans to continue to play football and study business management. Next up, we've got number 21, Omar Lascano, with his mom Erica, dad Omar, his older sister Giselle, his younger brother Jordan, sister Camilla, baby brother Ben. His favorite high school memory was dreading the summer camps and Carlsbad camp with his teammates. And he plans to become a successful CEO of multiple companies and enjoy life with his family and lifelong friends. And now we've got number 3, Jaden Matthews. He's here with dad Landon, mom Stacy, sister London, brother Lennox, his grandpa Ron, and his grandma Jacqueline. His favorite high school memory, state championship in 2021, and he plans to play college ball and go pro. Let's hear it for number 52, Brian Michael. He's here with his father, Brian, his mom, Deanna, his stepmom, Kishana. He's been with Saguaro for 2 years. His favorite high school memory was moving here from Mississippi. He's going to major in psychology and continue to play collegiate football. So now we've got number 29, Keon McDaniel. Keon's here with his dad, Kerry, and his mom, Deanne. His favorite high school memory is freshman year of track. He plans to attend college, play college football on a full-ride scholarship, and own his own business. Now up, we've got number 23, Avante Molina. He's here with dad Chris, mom April, his siblings and family. He's been with Saguaro football for 4 years. His favorite memory, sophomore year, Cali camp, and his plans for graduation are to go to college. Let's hear it for number 6, Trey Morrison. Trey's here with his dad Larry, his mom Wendy, his brothers Kyle and Brody, and a whole bunch of family. Trey is a 4-year player at Saguaro. His favorite high school memory, winning the Open State Championship his sophomore year. His plans after graduation are to go to college and get his bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too.
Let's hear it for number 25, Avery Nelson, with his dad Augusto, mom Philippia. Avery's been with Saguaro for 2 years. His favorite high school memory is going to a cabin in Flagstaff. His plans are to go to college for 4 years.
They keep the format. Come on. That's so simple.
Next up, number 20, Conai Norton, with his dad Doug and his mom Ann. This is his first year with Saguaro. He'll be performing, his favorite memory was performing on stage with his guitar. He'll be going to college and going on tour with his band, Crimson Nightmare.
See, yeah, I would. I did WordPress.
Let's hear it for Christian Nunnally. He's here with his mom, Candace. His favorite high school memory was his first practice with his fellow Arizona Bandits. His plans for after graduation are continuing his education. All right, let's hear it for Allison Pena. Allison's here with her friends and family. She's been with the Saguaro football team for 3 years. Next we've got number 5, Eddie Roa, with his dad Eduardo, mom Elizabeth, brother Chris, and his brother Anthony. He's been with Saguaro for 4 years. His favorite high school memory, grinding every day with the guys. His plan for after graduation is to continue to follow in God's steps. All right, let's hear it for number 15, Damian Soki. His dad Ray, mom Liz, and the rest of his family. Damian's been with Saguaro football for 4 years. His favorite high school memory was getting to know his boys. And his plan for after graduation is to make that big bread. All right, let's hear it for number 8, Jacoby Spence. He's here with mom Carmen, dad Lincoln, sisters Koresh and Cherish. He's been with Saguaro for 4 years. His favorite high school memory, his first varsity start. After graduation, he plans to go on to play college football. final football player for tonight, number 75, Amari Taase. He's here with his dad, C.E. Tupe, his mom, Rosa, his brother, Akemis, and a whole lot of family. All right, so let's hear it for our team managers. First up, Kendall Garrett with mom Alexis and dad Nick. So, because we're going to announce our assistant athletic trainers. We've got London Avi with dad Tom, mom Maureen, Ryan Bingman with dad Bob and mom Michelle, Aaliyah Gomez with mom Tracy, sister Akayla, and aunt Erica. We've got Feliciano Murillo with dad Ray, mom Liz, brother Michael, brother Roman, brother Damien, and family. Finally, we've got Macy Tassel with her mom Kelly, dad Ken, and friends and family. All right, so now we'll do team managers. First up, Kendall Garrett with mom Alexis, dad Nick. Next up, we've got Delaney Ginter with mom Julie, dad Dave, and her boyfriend Jordan. Next up, we've got Lauren Linder. Lauren's here with her mom, Rhonda, her dad, Brian, and her sister, Olivia. And our last team manager to announce, Josephine Zarang, with mom, Phyllis, dad, Phil. And now we're going to announce the cheerleaders. We'll start with Lexi Gonzalez. Lexi's here with her mom, Lisa, dad, Marquez, sister, Marissa, and her sister, Jenny. Next up, we have Zoe Miller with mom, Shara, dad, Brian, sister, Emily. Next up, we've got Gia Fuleo with mom, Tracy, dad, Chuck, and stepmom, Robin. All right, let's hear it for Stone Ramage. With mom, Angie, dad, Darren, and sister, Ashlyn. Next up, we have Madison Reynolds with mom, Allie, dad, Sean, sister, Alicia, and brother, Ashton. All right, next up we've got Victoria Stone. Victoria's here with her dad, Tom, best friend, Parker. Let's all hear it for Taylor Barlow. Taylor's here with dad, Tom, and her mom, Angie. Finally, let's all hear it for Janaya Molina, mom, April, dad, Christopher, and her brothers and sisters.
Arizona Interscholastic Association, we would like to remind you the objectives of educational-based athletics are what sets this event apart from all other levels of competition. We have a strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and above all, good sportsmanship. We appreciate your recognition of the values being taught at this educational event.
That was Saguaro's senior night presentation. Here we're going to have the game coming up for you on the Varsity Sports Show. In about 5 or so minutes, we'll have a big-time clash between number 8 Pinnacle and number 11 Saguaro on the way after a quick message from our sponsors.
The hottest show covering Arizona high school football, Varsity Live. Do you want to hear from players of the week and our own analysts covering all of varsity sports games? We bring you pre-game previews and post-game recaps every single Friday night, wrapped up all into one show called Varsity Live. Tune in at Varsity Sports Show on YouTube Fridays at 6:30 p.m. MST for pregame and 10 p.m. MST for postgame. I'm your host, Kyle Cooper, and I will see you Friday night.
Hey folks, J.R. Lambright here, special field correspondent for the Varsity Sports Show. Join me every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific for JR's Texas Tales, where I share stories of Texans who triumphed over adversity and gave back to their local communities. Tune in for a bit of gritty edification on KDUS AM 1060, Arizona.
Hi Varsity sports fans, this is Saguaro. Make sure you stay tuned for our halftime where we break down different highlights from sports locally or otherwise, so plenty of entertainment and content coming your way if you stick around with us. What I personally think is cool about our halftime show is we cover different sports, maybe some you might not expect, and a variety of different content, of course, high school football, and maybe some professional stuff such as NFL highlights from the previous week.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extent.
Coney Norton taking us through on senior night with a national anthem to bring you in. Saguaro and Pinnacle, a top 15 clash in 6A for the final Friday night of the 2023 regular season. Ryan Sikora, Shea Garrett here as always for Saguaro SaberCat football. The Cats getting ready to run out onto the field. Shea, it is a massive game, more so for Pinnacle, the opponent tonight, but Saguaro still with a lot to play for.
Coach, during our interview, was kind of talking about how this is a big game for them. I mean, they're going into their postseason. You want to go into it with a win. This is an important game.
Time to start a streak. As you mentioned, that pregame interview, as always, with Zach Hill coming up in just a moment. As you see, the captains are meeting at midfield. You've got the SaberCats getting set to run out. An opportunity for both teams, Saguaro 4-5, trying to avoid a losing record for the first time since 2005. Pinnacle trying to secure maybe an open berth, maybe the #1 seed in 6A. Here's the aforementioned interview with Coach Hill.
Mason Bray.
I'm Shea Garrett with the Varsity Sports Show here with head coach of Saguaro, Zach Hill. It's your last game here for regular season. It's senior night. What's the game plan going against Pinnacle, who is first in your guys' seed and you guys are 4th?
Yeah, big game tonight. Obviously, nice being at home, and looking forward to a great battle. It's a good football team. There's a disciplined football team, and they've got a lot of good athletes. So it'll be a good challenge for us. And talked to our guys about this week, about our discipline, about how we approach practice, and then just, we haven't played our best game yet. So we're still kind of, hopefully that's tonight and we get things rolling and put some points on the board and get after them.
Perfect. And in honor of senior night, can you tell us what some of your seniors have taught you this season, this being your first season?
Well, that's a great question. Just getting to know those guys, and just there's a lot of different personalities and a lot of different people. So just getting to know them and getting to know how they work as individuals and as a group, and trying to figure out ways so they can play the best football they can play.
Well, congratulations on this being your last game. You made it through regular season. I hope that this is finally your best game that you've been waiting for. Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
With the Varsity Sports Show,
Cats are on the field on a Friday night. One last time to close out the regular season in year one under Zach Hill. He talked about the learning experience there with the seniors. It's a weird spot for him, a weird 10 games. He's never coached at this high school level as the lead man. He's had a lot of growing up to do, which seems kind of crazy to say about a 43-year-old guy.
well, in one of our earlier conversations that we had in the beginning of the season, he talked about how he's excited to kind of get back to the root of football, Friday Night Lights, getting to kind of train these kids from the ground up in a way. And he's gotten that with this team. He's definitely made a lot of changes. He's very good offensively and coaching, obviously, with his background. But you can tell also that he just really loves coaching, and he has a passion for that. Before the game started, he high-fives and shakes the hands of every single player on his roster. And I think that just speaks a lot and very highly of Coach Hill's character.
His team won the toss and elected to defer. Cooper King is going to do the kickoff duties today for Pinnacle in white. Saguaro's in all black. J.C. Dickerson and Jaden Matthews back to receive. There was a pregame penalty that has allowed for this kickoff to be taken inside SaberCat territory. King's got a leg. Can kick it 40, 45 yards easily into the end zone, so this one should hit the turf. As we are off and running, they go with an onside kick, and they'll just take the attempt, and it's not going to go well. A flag's going to fly, and Saguaro's going to start with good field position. Mason Bray, the third straight game after he returned in the Liberty game. Saguaro has struggled, though, with him at the helm. The offense hasn't had the same feel.
And as it being senior night, there are a lot of great seniors on the Saguaro SaberCats roster. I mean, they have Bray. They just have good people all around, especially on offense, that kind of carry their team and as our leaders, as Hill says.
That kickoff didn't roll more than 5 yards. They will start at the 40. This Pinnacle defense is one of the better ones in the state, only giving up 22 points a night. Bray in this quick-fire Saguaro offense, averaging just 27. That's a lot down after the loss to Liberty a couple weeks ago. The poor showing last week against South Point. They get it quickly out to J.C. Dickerson on 1st and 10, and from the 40, it's a 1-for-1 start for the quarterback Bray, a gain of 4 for Dickerson.
That was a beautiful throw also that we just witnessed. It was kind of almost about to be blocked, about to kind of be a little congested, but Bray found that little pocket, went right by a Pinnacle player, and it went right into the hands of his teammate.
Took his time getting set. 4-5 Saguaro, trying to avoid a losing record in the regular season for the first time since 2005. That's Reese Rinaldi in motion. A handoff to Jaden Matthews, who's met at the line of scrimmage and wrapped down. And on the tackle, a host of white shirts led by Dean Vincent. The main linebacker leads this team on the defensive front.
And Matthews didn't go down without a fight there. He pushed his way through, got as many little yards as he possibly could.
Gain of 3, sets up 3rd down and 3. Unload the offense here on the first 3rd down of the day. Saguaro has struggled in 3rd down scenarios here in 2023. It was Matthews' 101st carry of the season, as he is just shy of 560 yards rushing. They will throw. Bray, a slant, Rinaldi, a catch, and he's tumbled over. A hard tackle from the safety, Cooper King, but a first down for the SaberCats.
One thing we're kind of seeing with Pinnacle's defense is that they are strong. I think that's the best word to describe them. They
are quick to react, and they have no kind of like hesitation to make that tackle.
Rinaldi, a team leading 30 receptions on the year now. New set of sticks as they enter enemy territory for the first time. About 2 minutes in. And the throw again. It's another catch for Rinaldi, back to back as he's forced out of bounds at around the 45, and that's where they'll mark him. A good tackle from Xavier Sanders.
And Rinaldi there was kind of wide open. He was kind of in a spot where there wasn't anyone blocking him. Rightfully so, him being kind of parallel with Bray. And that is kind of a tactic that you'll see with Saguaro's offense is they go through these easy throws or easier throws, but it gets them their yardage. So they're very tactical with their plays and very smart as well.
3-yard gain sets up second down. Pinnacle blitz, Bray with time, going downfield, wide open, J.C. Dickerson, 45 yards. And on the first drive of the night, there's no flags and Dickerson's in for 6. What a start on senior night.
And you see in that play specifically, the offensive linemen are giving Bray a lot of time to kind of make a play in his head, even if it's not as the one that they planned. It gives him time to kind of react to the situation, and obviously it benefits them, especially in this drive.
Hampton on to kick the extra point. James Hall is going to be the holder tonight. Dickerson goes 45 yards for his 10th reception of the season. It is 7-0. Saguaro to open up this one. We've got a lot still coming on the Varsity Sports Show. Friday Night Lights rolls along in the first quarter.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
Coming back for kickoff, a 7-0 lead for Saguaro. Bo Hampton with the extra point for the SaberCats. He'll boot it away in just a moment. Pinnacle offense you're going to get to see with their quarterback Wyatt Horton, one of the better point guards in the state. He gets the ball, gets it out pretty quickly. SaberCats have a pair back to receive. It looks like that's Jace Pena and Jai Ewing. And a fast start for Saguaro. We're going to have a long game still in front as Hampton leaves it short. It's dropped on the way. That's Luke Hoover. And Hoover scoops it up, picks it around, and is brought down at the 10. And Saguaro firing on all cylinders out of the get-go. As we take a look back at the prior touchdown to J.C. Dickerson, courtesy of the Varsity Sports Show replay. Perfect play design on 2nd down and 7. It's Bray unloading downfield on the money. Dickerson, just his 2nd touchdown catch of the season. And we get to see this Pinnacle offense. Horton on the season. Throwing the ball at 59%. He takes more shots than most point guards do. 1,600 yards. Passing 12 touchdowns, 2 picks. Loaded receiver room. They run the ball really well, and they run it on 1st down. It is nowhere to go. They lost a pair on 1st and 10. In behind him is Joe Day. He will not get the bulk of the carries tonight. It's expected to be Mason Hughes. And on 2nd down and 12, Horton will throw out into the flat. It is caught and shoveled out of bounds for a gain of a pair or more is Mac Richards. A good tackle from Trey Morrison. Gain of 6 for Richards, the leading receiver for the Pioneers. elimination game of the season. Pinnacle searching for an Open 8 playoff berth. They're currently just outside of it as the 10th seed. Season ends today. They're the #1 team in 6A. Horton feeling pressure, feeling it, and getting dropped down. That's Morrison again on 3rd down. Pinnacle pick up a sack.
And in the previous 2 plays, as you kind of said, Ryan, he is given a lot of time to not feel the need to scramble, but in a play like that, you see it. The Saguaro defense really forces it on them, and that's what makes Saguaro a good team and kind of able to beat this #1 seed potentially.
It was late pressure from Morrison, and Horton, who can run, had nowhere to go. This is a tough spot for the Pinnacle punter, King. Dickerson is back to receive. It's lifted into the air. It was actually Dylan Frick who booted it away, and Dickerson fumbled it at the 45, and he's dragged backwards. Forward progress. We'll likely see him sit at the Pinnacle 44, a 7-0 lead for Saguaro, a touchdown and a stop on the first 2 drives of the game.
And that Saguaro player kind of lost his footing, kind of was forced back. He didn't really have his cleats on the ground per se, but I think he did the best that he could with the situation. He got up really quick. Everything's all good. This is a good position for Saguaro to be in, especially on the offensive line.
We haven't seen them start with this much aggression and confidence in quite some time.
Well, and as Hill said, he's waiting for them to have their best game, and there's no other time to do it like the last game of your regular season.
Yeah, you really can't lose the rest of the way. Once you get into the playoffs, it's win or go home. Time to start a streak is often the message. That's Camden Segal in motion. It's a bad snap, and Bray is going to have to dive on it. It's the 2nd or 3rd time in the last couple of games that we've not seen Peyton Clemens, the center, really get a clean snap off, and Saguaro go backwards deep into Pinnacle territory for 2nd down.
And that's one of those things that it's kind of nerves you have to think going into the game, but in a big game like this, you can't let nerves get in the way. You kind of have to overcome them, and this team has overcome a lot this season, a lot of nerves, a lot of injuries, and they've all come back. So this is a good time to show, let the nerves be, and just rely on your playing.
Loss of 13 in Pinnacle jump. No ref mic on us tonight. Had some problems with that one pregame. Looked like Troy Robinson on the defensive front got going too soon. Get him for encroachment and a couple more yards backwards, or back towards the start, rather, for the SaberCats, that offense that started fast, a 45-yard touchdown to J.C. Dickerson. Not a lot of Jaden Matthews early on as they go empty here. Second and 18 for Bray. They'll take a shot again. He unloads underneath the zone for Dickerson, and J.C. Dickerson keeps going. He's a yard shy of the marker, a gain of 17. He's got 2 catches for 62 yards out of the gates.
And with a play like that, we kind of saw that there were 2 players who were open. Dickerson was a little bit less open than player number 84 on Saguaro, but Bray kind of made that risk and decided that that was the play to go. And in a game like this, you have to make those risks. You have to be a risky team and have confidence that you can carry through.
3rd and short, a blown play out to Rinaldi, the second option. Reese stays on his feet and bounds down the sideline for a 1st down and more.
Reese Rinaldi forced out of bounds.
How about that one? They look left. We're trying to get Dickerson once again. They instead go to Rinaldi. That's his 3rd catch of the night. And inside the 30 go the SaberCats.
There's no denying that multiple players are getting their stats a little bit up tonight, and that's a good thing, kind of keeping Pinnacle on their toes, not letting them get too comfortable with Saguaro's offense.
Lots of passing early. We see that, and another bad snap from Clemens. They go backwards again as Bray dives on it at his own 46. That one's going to be a loss of around 17.
They got to definitely cut out these bad snaps. It's going to really kill them at the end if they keep doing this. These are easy points that they could be making, easy yardage that they could be gaining. They were in a good spot to begin with, but they just keep having these little tiny setbacks, and that's not what you want to see, especially early in the game. You want to form those good habits to carry out throughout the entire game.
Yeah, that bad snap was courtesy of Tyreek Washington, so he comes out of the game. They change at center. 2nd and 27, Bray down the field. It's caught Mason Whitaker's first grab as he's pushed out of bounds and backwards forward progress. Ethan Lanise on the tackle.
Pass complete to number 16, Mason
Bray is going to have to kind of throw kind of deep in these plays and one of these upcoming ones if they're going to want to get to their first down again, especially with the multiple setbacks they've had. So I'm anticipating a play with kind of a longer throw, if you will, but we will see what Bray has put together, and he'll.
It's 3rd down and 20. They need to get to the 19. He unloads and got it over the linebacker King, but it's in and out of Whitaker's fingers. So now it's 4th down from the 39. That's too far to kick a field goal, too close to punt, so the offense forced to stay out there.
And we see this with Saguaro a lot. Even when they can kick, they choose to stay out there. Hill definitely believes in his team to kind of get the points in clinch time. So we'll see if it happens again here.
This one much more out of necessity. It'd be a 56-yard field goal for Bohampton if they elected to kick it. It's a pooch punt for Bray, end over end. Does it bounce in the right direction? It took a Pinnacle-friendly hop and rolls its way into the black painted end zone. Pioneers will take over.
For a touchback.
Just under 7 minutes in, a 7-0 lead for the Saguaro SaberCats in their final home game of the regular season. The expectation is with a win tonight, they could get 1 or 2 more.
And they've already come out pretty hot. You were saying that earlier, Ryan, but we do kind of see a lot of advancements made in this team throughout the seasons. We've seen Bray come in and come back out and have an injury and how that affected the team, and we've seen multiple quarterbacks kind of be injured. But we do see a lot of confidence coming out of this team tonight, and I'm really satisfied with what I'm seeing.
Second drive for Horton. It's a handoff and no play action on the first play. They fooled even the SaberCat defense. A pair of tacklers force out. It's Jace Pena.
Horton is complete to number 11, Jace Pena.
Pena gets 8, sets up 2nd down and a pair. A couple of cats in on the tackle. Kyron Jones and Fred Parsons leading the way. They're having to do some reshuffling in the secondary. No JoJo Clark tonight for the Cats. Clark a big loss in the defense and the offensive side as Horton runs the option on 2nd and short and is shoveled backwards by the defensive front led by C.J. Nunnally and, of course, Trey Morrison as always.
And in previous games, we have seen the defense kind of come on less strong, not as confident, if you will. And we're seeing kind of a lot of confidence out of Saguaro defense tonight, and I'm excited to see it. They already put points on the board offensively. Now they have to keep making those stops defensively. It's going to really help them at the end of the game.
Forward progress gave Horton a gain of nothing. They'll hand it off on 3rd and short. And enough for the first down. The first carry of the night for Mason Hughes, who comes up hobbled, but gets 4 on the carry. They have not moved the chains yet, and now they finally do.
They got a little confused, I think. I think this colder weather is kind of offsetting to some Arizonians.
It's a perfect night.
It is.
Sub 80, sub 75, really. Another handoff for Hughes on 1st down and 10, and he gets a pair. Football weather.
Football weather. Thank goodness. I was tired of the 100 degrees. And I'm sure these players were too.
Yeah, I mean, 100 degrees at what? 7:30 at night is no way to go through a day. Clock ticking, 3:40 to go, first quarter. Just joining us, a J.C. Dickerson 45-yard touchdown reception. The difference right now. There's going to be an equipment substitution. C.J. Nunnally's going to come off for the Cats on the defensive front. Late arrival is Brady Cochran. Motion from Pena. A misdirection from the Pioneers, and he overthrows his intended target. It was 2nd down and 9, and it's 3rd down up and coming.
Saguaro's defense is forcing a quarterback to scramble that is not used to scrambling. You can tell he's kind of taken aback by how quick the defense is to get to him.
It is a quick run offense for the Pioneers. They try and get the ball in and out of the hands of Wyatt Horton, the junior, 6 foot tall. He's a little fragile was kind of the media's perception of him. He proved a lot of those guys wrong last year. This year, he's taken a step up for his 6-3 Pioneers. timeout for his team on 3rd down and 9. Dana Zupke, head coach for Pinnacle, going to take a look at it. We're going to take the timeout with them. 3rd down up and coming after this quick break for Pioneer Pinnacle football.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire. Open.
Settling down with you on senior night for a 3rd down and long. Horton going to scramble. And he is roughed up by Owen Pimber. Just shy of the 40. Will the punt unit come on? It's going to be 4th down and really tight. They will bring on the punt team. Good start for Saguaro's defense. Ryan Sikora, Shea Garrett. They had an impressive week last week. Only gave up 14 points or only gave up 21 points. All that came in a 3-drive sequence. It was the best that Andrew Hurley's set of players has looked all season long. Another punt for Dylan Frick, and end over end will bounce in a friendly way for Pinnacle. Down at the 25 for Mason Bray and the Saguaro team that's going to come back out. But Hurley's defense looked good last week. They've started strong this week. He was the former defensive coordinator at Pinnacle High School, so he knows a lot of what's going on the other side.
And that's important to see both sides. I mean, that's why you watch film, that's why you prepare that way. But kind of being able to have that foot and that wear that hat as well is definitely going to benefit Saguaro. I think it already is. Now they've had 2 possessions. Well, Pinnacle has had 2 possessions where they have yet to score. We're seeing a Saguaro team that definitely wants this win.
Defense playing well. Hurley's dad is the former athletic director at Pinnacle High School. Now has moved his way up in administration there. 3rd drive of the day for Mason Bray. They've moved the ball well. They had the big touchdown on the opener. And with 2 and change to go in the opening quarter, they get the snap right. That's been a problem so far. And a handoff to Jaden Matthews, who gets 4.
On the play.
Two split, 1 wide on either side. I formation, a handoff to Matthews again. He spins free and is eventually dragged down by Spencer Halverson. Hayden gets a yard, and it's 3rd down and 5.
3rd down.
Matthews recently decommitted from Georgia Tech. He's got interest from Arizona State. Kenny Dillingham recruited him when he was at Oregon. Lots of open options for a guy who's going to play at the Power 5 level. Motion from Reese Rinaldi. And on 3rd down and 5, Pinnacle bring pressure. It's a quick out, and Matthews hobbles over 1 and stunts his way a yard shy, it appears, of the 1st down.
And that wasn't a big hole for Bray to kind of throw through. That was risky, and as I said, risks are going to be needed to be made during this game, and that was one of them that worked out in Saguaro's favor.
Offense, which stayed out there on the last 4th down, that was because it was in the weird zone for punt and field goal kick. This time they're going to keep him out there on 4th and a yard. Well, they try and get a hard count here. Only 30 seconds left in the quarter. And a timeout for Zach Hill.
Timeout Saguaro.
So now he really wants to think about the play call. These are those risks you're talking about, right? You have a chance to keep your drive alive, but if you don't get it, you're giving Pinnacle great field position.
And it's in these times where we've seen Hill kind of react in two ways, in a really aggressive play with a long throw or something that just is going to get Saguaro by. So it's kind of in his bag of tricks. I'm not exactly sure how Hill is going to want to play this, but I'm hopeful. It's not that many yards. I believe that Bray can throw at least to get to the first down, especially given his history and how well he's playing during this game. And you went to Pinnacle, didn't you?
I tried.
You tried to go to Pinnacle?
Yeah, well, I did.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know. Was I in class? Was I not? You'll never know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll never know. Do you have any insight on
Not much. No, not
the
really.
Pinnacle football team? No?
I don't know much other than that Dana Zupke, their head coach, has been there for 20-plus seasons.
Wow.
It's a long time.
That's high school football for you. That's what I love about football, is that coaches stay there for so long and they build these communities and families within football.
4th down and 1. A win tonight would be 150 for Zupke as a Pioneer. They will keep it with Bray. He's got a convoy, gets a block from Matthews, and carries himself across the 40 for a first down, a gain of 6.
And these are one of those plays that we don't frequently see Saguaro play. That was kind of out of Hill's bag of tricks, as I said, where we saw Bray kind of take the initiative, get the ball across the line, and it worked in their favor.
New set of markers from the 40. Rinaldi in motion. They run some more trickery. They'll come across the other end, and that's the first catch for Camden Segal, who breaks a tackle and glides his way inside the red zone at the 25-yard line. Will they mark him a yard shy? That's a big gain.
For Saguaro, first down.
And we'll mark him at the 26.
Lead block on that was by number 79, Lejay Salas.
The PA announcer getting the lead blocker in there. Lejay Salas leading the way for a 34-yard gain. We'll go to the second quarter. 7-0. Saguaro's offense looking as clean as they've looked in a while. They lead after 1 here on Friday night.
The hottest show covering Arizona high school football, Varsity Live. Do you want to hear from players of the week and our own analysts covering all of varsity sports games? We bring you pre-game previews and post-game recaps every single Friday night, wrapped up all into one show called Varsity Live. Tune in at Varsity Sports Show on YouTube Fridays at 6:30 p.m. MST for pregame and 10 p.m. MST for postgame. I'm your host, Kyle Cooper, and I will see you Friday night.
Hey folks, J.R. Lambright here, special field correspondent for the Varsity Sports Show. Join me every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific for JR's Texas Tales, where I share stories of Texans who triumphed over adversity and gave back to their local communities. Tune in for a bit of gritty edification on KDUS AM 1060, Arizona.
Flip side, second quarter, 12 minutes in, a 7-0 lead for the Saguaro SaberCats in their final home game of the regular season. Thereafter, a couple more. A win tonight would certainly secure that. Ryan Sikora with Shea Garrett on a Friday night for the final time, maybe. The playoffs that start next week will take place on a Thursday due to Veterans Day. You never know after that. A handoff to Jaden Matthews opens up the second quarter, and he is pushed backwards. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and he did. It was Dean Vincent who led the way for Pinnacle in white on the defensive front. Big night for both these teams. Pinnacle comes in the 8th ranked team in 6A. 7 teams in the 6A conference have currently qualified for the Open as it stands on the computer algorithm. So Pinnacle's the #1 seed in the 6A bracket. If that had ended today, Mason Bray rolling right will chuck it free, and it's going to land out of bounds. He was pressured well by the Pioneers and Jack Franklin. In the area lurking was Xavier Sanders. So Pinnacle's trying to play their way into the Open. If they lose, though, or even if they win, you're likely going to see them as either the 1 or the 2 seed in 6A. They have a chance to win a state title, as do Saguaro still.
Yeah, they're not out just yet. They haven't had their best season for sure, but that's kind of expected when you have new coaching. You have to kind of relearn football, especially coming from college to high school. There has to be some big differences there. So I think they're all just kind of getting their footing, but they're definitely not out of the playoffs yet.
To the run for no gain and the incompletion. It's 3rd down and 10. Bray with a clean pocket, unloading and overthrew Reese Rinaldi. So it's 4th down from the 31.
Brings up 4th down.
This would also be a long field goal, 48 yards. So will they bring Bo Hampton out? They will. Hampton can hit pretty comfortably from the 30 to 40 range. It gets a little foggy beyond that. They're going with a shorter hold here, and from the 34-yard line, it is short. Short by about 4 or 5 yards, and the 44-yard field goal is no good. Pinnacle's defense gets another stop. Pioneers fresh off a 31-6 loss to Centennial. Most of their starters did not play the second half against the Coyotes last week in preparation and to get healthy and stay healthy for this game tonight, which they knew was going to be very important.
Despite Saguaro's rankings and their past wins, they are kind of a team to go against. I mean, they don't go down without a fight. They put up the stats. They have great players. It's just a matter of like putting it together.
Cats have not finished with a losing record. Right now they sit at 4-5 since 2005. That was under Mike Reardon. That was 2 seasons before one of the most successful coaches in the state's history, John Sanders, arrived. After Sanders, it was Jason Mons, who won a lot of state titles, might be the most successful high school coach in Arizona's history, and now it's year 1 of Zach Hill. Mons is now the tight ends coach at Arizona State. And that's Mason Hughes, the tailback, who carries for 6.
Carried by number 3, Mason Hughes. Tackle made by number 18, Bud.
Horton will roll out on 2nd and medium. He's pressured by Nunnally, evades a couple, spinning free. He's going to have a 1st down, and he's dropped down by Omar Lascano past the 30-yard line.
Wyatt Horton on the carry. First down.
And moves along, 1st and 10 for Pinnacle. A handoff to Hughes. And he's going to get around the edge. He's brought down by Jacoby Spence. Another big gain on the ground for Pinnacle.
Number 3, Mason Hughes on the carry. Tackle made by Jacoby Spence.
flag that'll fly. It's going to go on Saguaro, a first down on the way. Mason Hughes is carry. He's the leading rusher on the season for Pinnacle. Over 800 yards this year. He's got 11 touchdowns, averages 87 a night. New set from the 46 of the Pioneers. Here is Hughes again, who pops his way past a couple and is bundled down by a trio led by Spence and also Fred Parsons. There are really 4 running backs that the Pioneers can throw out there. Miles Stepney will get a couple of carries. Gavin Hammond will spell. Spencer Halverson is the other one. Xavier Valdivia, who's been on and off with health this year, is a super talented running back. Transferred in from Chandler. But there has just not been a lot of room for him with his injuries. Hughes has had plenty of time, and he gets it again. Rolls through a couple, is brought down by Damian Soki. The senior on senior night doesn't start a lot, but is getting significant minutes so far. Snaps, rather.
And Pinnacle's really forcing their way through offensively to get the first downs and getting to where they need to be. And that's something we haven't seen that this game. They're kind of getting to where they need to be, and that's kind of scary for Saguaro.
Another first down run for Hughes. He stays in this game. A couple of substitutions. Blake Donnelly, the wide receiver, lines up in the tight end position. And they will go play action. Horton downfield, it's caught. That's Donnelly, who's fresh into the game. He moves inside the 25 for a gain of 19. Only his 3rd catch of the season. They'll keep him out there, and they'll split up the receivers this time. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Horton, handoff. Hughes goes for 4. Very efficient offensive stuff from Pinnacle. That's what most people, when you talk to them, describe the offense as. Very workmanlike.
Well, now that they've had time to warm up and kind of see what Saguaro's defense has in hold for them, they went into the second quarter guns a-blazing. They were ready for anything that Saguaro was going to throw at them.
2nd down and 6. Another handoff for Hughes, and Hughes runs over somebody, but all that for 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 4 on the way. Minutes, 45 seconds to go in the first half. 1 touchdown so far on the board here on Friday Night Lights, the Varsity Sports Show main channel, Saguaro SaberCat football. Tune in right here for Postgame Live, Varsity Postgame Live. After this, get all your news from around the state as Horton unloads on 3rd. Manageable. It is caught by Mac Richards, and he's going to get a 5-yard gain and move the chains again.
Saguaro definitely needs to pull something out of their bag. Zach Hill, bag of tricks here, or their defensive coordinator. They need to figure something out to make this stop. This is a big chance for Pinnacle to tie up the game, and that's something that Saguaro doesn't want to get them the benefit of.
This back and forth matchup between 2 good friends, the offensive play caller for Pinnacle, Matt Hanshaw, and his former colleague, Andrew Hurley, the defensive coordinator now for Saguaro. It's Hanshaw's main quarterback, Wyatt Horton. Point guard of the offense, carrying on 1st down for a gain of 5, it looks like. Sets up 2nd down and medium.
In 4, 2nd down.
They only gave him 4 at 2nd down and 6. Hughes in the game at the running back spot. They will go play action. It's Richards again. Mac Richards gets a block and
Pass complete to number 8.
falls over forward, a yard shy, a gain of 5. And right at the 5-yard line is where 3rd down and 1 will come up. This is a drive that started on their own 20. It's now at 13 plays.
Excuse me, number 9, Christian Nunnally.
It's gone about 6 minutes or so. Saguaro showing pressure. They will run it with Hughes. There's a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. As it stands, Mason Hughes should have enough for the 1st down. Will they mark him, I don't know, about a half a foot short? That's what it seems like.
Penalty on the play.
Yeah, and as it stands, it's going to be 4th down and inches. And the penalty will help Saguaro even more. And it's a chop block, and those are killer.
Penalty on Pinnacle. Still 3rd down.
Third down, a long way to go. Horton gets it off. Got his man. It's a big gain on the screen pass. They get it back to a manageable spot. That's Keenan Johnson.
Tackle made by number 18.
And the kicking team is going to come out, get some points on the board for the first time tonight.
Not ideal for Pinnacle, but at least they're getting points on the board. The game isn't over yet. We're barely going into halftime, but it's nice to see Pinnacle kind of get points on the board. It probably feels good and better going into halftime with something rather than nothing.
Cooper King's field goal is good, and it is 7-3. 3 minutes, 22 seconds or so to go here in this first half on the Varsity Sports Show. Saguaro out in front.
Hi Varsity sports fans, this is Shai Gara. Make sure you stay tuned for our halftime where we break down different highlights from sports locally or otherwise. So plenty of entertainment and content coming your way if you stick around with us. What I personally think is cool about our halftime show is we cover different sports, maybe some you might not expect, and a variety of different content, of course, high school football, and maybe some professional stuff such as NFL highlights from the previous week.
After the field goal from the Pioneers, they cut the lead almost in half. Defensive start on senior night for Saguaro, as Cooper King will launch a low dribbler into the end zone, and Mason Bray, one of those seniors, will come back out. J.C. Dickerson, who's got the touchdown, he's another. JoJo Clark's not playing tonight. He's the leader emotionally of this team. It's the final game in the regular season at home for Jaden Matthews, and so many more. Even on the offensive line, Amari Taase, who's one of the captains of this team, he's the left tackle for the Saguaro SaberCats. Cats won the toss to start this game, deferred, so they'll get it to start the second half. So a chance to pull a little 2-for-1 if they can waste some clock and score a touchdown here on this drive.
They definitely have to make some quick plays here with only 3 minutes and about 30 seconds left. We'll see what Bray and his team put together.
This half has moved quickly as Bray will run on 1st and 10. He gets 3 yards on the QB sneak.
Second down.
They've used him more actively in the run game as the weeks have gone on. He's their second leading rusher as he is just shy of 200 yards rushing on the season. This is their leading rusher, Matthews, who who's going to have some good field vision, get around to the outside. He's bumped out of bounds.
Jake Matthews on the carry.
He went nowhere, tackled by Troy Robinson. Stops the clock at 2:55. It's 3rd down and 7. And they'll pop a flag.
Penalty on the play.
We haven't actually seen too many of those. Knock on wood, hopefully. But normally I feel like we see a fair few of yellow flying flags on Saguaro's end.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct.
There you go,
on
unsportsmanlike conduct. That's on LeJay Salas, who was walking off the field of play. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Check out.
Yeah, you're right. Saguaro have not been that bad, at least as they usually are.
They definitely cleaned it up a little bit, for sure.
And that was the big message. You walk around, you talk to some of the coaching staff pregame, it's we just got to stop beating ourselves. And that's what they feel is the key to their success the rest of the way this season, is if they can force the other team to beat them, they're in a much better spot.
And that's so true. We saw that with kind of the throws that were a little messed up.
And on 3rd and 20, Bray's going to have to scramble. He's going to work his way outside of the numbers and is brought down. Gets a 10-yard gain, but is well short. The punt team's going to come back out.
Timeout, Pinnacle.
And Pinnacle are going to take a timeout to stop the clock. So Dana Zupke feeling like his squad can maybe fully flip the script as we go to a quick break. 2:39 or 2:29 to go in this first half.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Pioneers timeout. They get their special teams group on there. It's Mac Richards and Tristan Schultz back to receive this James Hall punt, his first of the night. Possession for Saguaro lasted all of 59 seconds. Not what you want to do at the end of this half. It's a bad snap, and Hall gets off a good punt. Schultz will field it at the 42 of his own. He's going to go backwards, step outside, and there's a couple of flags right at midfield as Brady Cochran tackled him out of bounds.
Ryan, you talked about how the team expressed that they can't beat themselves. That was another example of it, a bad snap, multiple bad snaps. I think 3 tonight, if I'm counting correctly. That's something that they're going to have to talk about during halftime and fix quickly because they can't take these setbacks any longer, especially when Pinnacle is getting hot. They're kind of becoming a little more unstoppable. That's something that, as a Saguaro team that needs to win this game to go into playoffs with a win, you don't want that to happen.
Those snaps are just routine. Also looks like there's a flag down at the line of scrimmage at the 22. Taking the officials a long time to figure this one out. There's a lot of laundry on the field. There was a blindside block on Pinnacle. Looks like there was another penalty on Saguaro, and that means they will offset. We will replay the punting down.
This kind of benefits Saguaro, given that they probably didn't get as good as a punt as they wanted to with the bad snap. This is a chance for them to kind of redo it, make those improvements, just kind of get them just a little bit more ahead in this game.
It looks like Owen Pimbert is the long snapper here. for the Cats. See how he does on this second go. It's a much better one, and Hall gets a much better punt off as it lands and is fumbled. And a mistake from Pinnacle. It is recovered by the Cats, scooped up.
This is huge for Saguaro. If they can get another 7 points on the board before halftime, that is a huge confidence booster, a huge play booster for the team. This is something that they really, really need right now.
Dropped by Tristan Schultz and grabbed by Jack Elrod. And on the punt, Saguaro pick up possession with 2:16 to go, and they have it at their own 49. You talk about the Cats kind of hurting themselves over the course of the season. Pinnacle hasn't done that a lot this year. They did it right there. So here we go, a new lease on life for Mason Bray in the offense. Bray with time, now he tucks and scrambles. Here goes Mason Bray, all the way down to the 30. A 20-yard gain for him as he's down at the 31.
Saguaro's offense is definitely using everything that Bray has to benefit them, whether it's him making the rushing yards himself, him throwing those long shot throws. I didn't really know where I was going with that. Long shot throws, I guess you could say. But he's just a force to be reckoned with, and Saguaro knows that.
He picks up the tempo a little. On 1st and 10, a quick out to Jaden Matthews. And Matthews tries to take on a pair of Pioneers, and he gets inside the 30 on that one. They will mark him at the 27-yard line for a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Couple of changes on either side and slow it down a little bit. Not seen a ton of Camden Segal so far, just the one catch. He's not out there as Bray keeps on going. He fumbled the football, it looked like, and Tyreek Washington scooped it up and then ran for a 1st down. That was weird. It looked like Bray still had it as he rolled over a Pioneer defender, but Washington, his offensive lineman, now clutching his left knee as he is either a yard shy or a yard beyond the marker.
Fumble on the play, recovered by number 74, Tyreek Washington.
Yeah, so Washington picked it up and got a 1st down for his 1st carry of the season. I don't know how you score that one. Do you give him the run, or? I think you have to, honestly.
That was his play all that right there. He saved that for sure.
They planned that one. Tyreek Washington, the left guard,
right,
settles back in at the 20. Clock is ticking, under 90 seconds to go. A quick out, Reese Rinaldi, his 4th catch of this 1st half. He makes a couple miss and is wrapped down for a gain of 2. A good tackle by Spencer Halverson. 2 timeouts left for Zach Hill if he wants to use them. 1 for Pinnacle. It's got to be bend, but don't break the rest of the way in this half for the Pioneers. The field goal is fine. Bray overthrows a guy. It's into the hands of another defender. Spinning free and an interception. Dominic Polito. And you would have taken a field goal if you're Pinnacle. How about no points for Saguaro?
Pass intercepted by number 31, Dominic.
Reese Rinaldi was open about 5 yards deep. He goes instead for Camden Segal. And it is taken away by the safety. All that good work from the offensive front is taken away with one mistake. They will hand it off. On 1st down, I imagine this clock rolls in as Pinnacle probably content to sit where they are, just down 4 points in a defensive game.
Number 3, Mason Hughes on the carry.
Second down and 6 after the 4-yard gain for Hughes. Horton had nobody around, and he'll keep it himself. And he's going to scramble around the edge and slide dangerously. Tackle will be attributed correctly to Saguaro safety Avery Nelson.
Tackle made by number 25, Avery Nelson.
And that will be the end of the first half. 7-3 Saguaro. The offense rolled well, but it's the same story every week. They just keep finding different ways to make mistakes.
And we're seeing that today with the interception Bray just threw. We kind of saw on the sideline he was hard on himself. He knows that that was detrimental for his team. But halftime's a kind of an opportunity to come back fresh, come back with a different mindset, and maybe come back with the win.
A defensive duel on senior night as we hit 24 minutes in, 24 still to go. 7-3 at the break on the Varsity Sports Show.
The hottest show covering Arizona high school football, Varsity Live. Do you want to hear from players of the week and our own analysts covering all of varsity sports games? We bring you pre-game previews and post-game recaps every single Friday night, wrapped up all into one show called Varsity Live. Tune in at Varsity Sports Show on YouTube Fridays at 6:30 p.m. MST for pregame and 10 p.m. MST for postgame. I'm your host, Kyle Cooper, and I will see you Friday night.
Hey folks, J.R. Lambright here, special field correspondent for the Varsity Sports Show. Join me every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific for JR's Texas Tales, where I share stories of Texans who triumphed over adversity and gave back to their local communities. Tune in for a bit of gritty edification on KDUS AM 1060, Arizona.
Hi Varsity sports fans, this is Shai Gara. Make sure you stay tuned for our halftime where we break down different highlights from sports locally or otherwise. So plenty of entertainment and content coming your way if you stick around with us. What I personally think is cool about our halftime show is we cover different sports, maybe some you might not expect, and a variety of different content, of course, high school football, and maybe some professional stuff such as NFL highlights from the previous week.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
After every team played last week, we have 14 games this week, starting with the Tennessee Titans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Quarterback Will Levis will be starting for the Titans. He had 4 passing touchdowns in his last game against the Falcons, and they are on the road on a short week against the Steelers. Steelers quarterback Kenny Pickett will play with a rib injury. Offense might suffer there for the Steelers. They're coming off a loss at home to the Jaguars. I think the Titans can keep it rolling. Titans win 21-17. To start off Sunday, we have a game in Germany. Miami is at Kansas City. Fans are hoping for a lot of touchdowns, and I think that they will get them with Patrick Mahomes and the high-flying offense for Miami. It will be a shootout. Chiefs are looking to bounce back after a tough loss to Denver. Miami still hasn't beaten a team with a winning record this season. I think Kansas City will get it done. Chiefs win 34-28. The Minnesota Vikings suffered what could be the biggest loss of their season, with Kirk Cousins suffering a season-ending injury. So rookie Jaren Hall will start and the offense will not be the same. Atlanta needs a win, and they are starting a different quarterback, going with Taylor Heineke over rookie Desmond Ridder. Despite not knowing if Drake London will play for the Falcons, I think the defense will take advantage of Hall. Atlanta wins 24-10. The Chicago Bears are at the New Orleans Saints, and they are playing 2 road games in a row. They could possibly have Justin Fields back, but the Saints finally got their offense going in the last game against the Colts. Alvin Kamara has been running the ball extremely well, and the Bears defense has only been average this season. New Orleans will win this one 28-16. The Los Angeles Rams are at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers have lost 4 straight games. They lost to the Broncos and the Raiders, who are also teams with losing records. The offense hasn't scored more than 20 points since week 2. Matthew Stafford suffered a UCL sprain in his right thumb in their 43-20 loss to the Dallas Cowboys. It's unsure if he will start, but even if he doesn't start, the Packers are struggling to win games. Rams will win this one 34-17. The Washington Commanders will be at the New England Patriots. The Commanders traded away their 2 top edge players this week. New England has a number of injuries at the receiver position, with Kendrick Bourne being placed on IR and Devontae Parker in concussion protocol. The Commanders' offense found their stride against the Eagles, putting up 31 points, and Washington wins a close one here on the road despite their losses on defense, 24-21. The Seattle Seahawks will be at the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore is 6-2 on the season, looking like one of the best teams in the AFC. Their offense is clicking and the running game is starting to heat up. Seattle added Leonard Williams on defense, and they are trending in the right direction. Both teams lead their divisions and are on hot streaks, but I think Lamar will get the job done at home. Ravens win 23-20. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be on the road at Houston. Buccaneers have lost 3 straight. The Texans had a weird game last game on the road and couldn't get one of the greatest offensive stories this season to perform. But the offense is still promising, and the Texans are fighting for good positioning in their division, so they will come out firing. The Bucs do have 3 extra rest days, but it will not be enough to help them win. Texans will take this one 26-14. The Arizona Cardinals will be at the Cleveland Browns. Cardinals are 1-7 with 5 losses in a row, and they just traded away Josh Dobbs and are looking to rookie Clayton Tune to lead their offense. The Browns are a good home team, and the defense is returning to be what they were at the start of the season. If the Browns can stop turning the ball over, it will be a blowout. Even if they do commit turnovers, the Browns will win 30-17. The Indianapolis Colts will be at the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are coming off their first win of the season against the Texans. The Colts defense has been struggling in the last few weeks, and they have lost 3 straight games. Panthers are home underdogs, but I think that they can keep it rolling. Carolina wins 2 straight, beating the Colts 23-20. The New York Giants will be at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders have had major turnover in the last week. They fired both their head coach Josh McDaniels and GM Dave Ziegler. Raiders' new head coach Antonio Pierce can't do worse than what they were doing before, and quarterback Aiden O'Connell will replace Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. The Raiders need to show their fans something positive at home. The Giants put up 31 points in week 2 against the Cardinals, but they haven't scored more than 16 points since that game. Daniel Jones could be back for the Giants, but the Raiders organization will get a much needed win. Raiders win 17-10. The Dallas Cowboys will be at the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the games of the week. Philadelphia has yet to lose a home game this season. The Eagles have the best record in the NFL, but they've also looked vulnerable at times. The Cowboys, on the other hand, have looked the best they have offensively in the last 2 games. Dak Prescott is looking good, and they are looking to prove that they are a Super Bowl contender this season. It will be a close one, but I do have the Eagles winning this one 31-29. The Buffalo Bills will be at the Cincinnati Bengals. Another great game. Sunday Night Football, the AFC North race. Joe Burrow's calf is healthy, and he looked like his normal self against the 49ers. The Bengals are on a 3-game winning streak. Buffalo is looking good, but they will have to handle Jamar Chase and the Bengals receivers. No one can stop the Bengals right now, and they will win 33-30. The Los Angeles Chargers will be at the New York Jets on Monday Night Football. The Jets have won 3 straight games, and their defense is coming up big in those wins. The Chargers beat the Bears, but they will have to travel to the opposite side of the country to face that stout defense on the road. The Jets will do just enough on defense to win at home, making it 4 straight wins. New York will win 21-17. Those are my Week 9 NFL picks, and we will see what teams can keep it rolling this week. This has been Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports, and enjoy the second half of the games. The hottest show covering Arizona high school football, Varsity Live. Do you want to hear from players of the week and our own analysts covering all of Varsity Sports games? We bring you pre-game previews and post-game recaps every single Friday night, wrapped up all into one show called Varsity Live. Tune in at Varsity Sports Show on YouTube Fridays at 6:30 p.m. MST for pregame and 10 p.m. MST for postgame. I'm your host, Kyle Cooper, and I will see you Friday night.
Hey folks, J.R. Lambright here, special field correspondent for the Varsity Sports Show. Join me every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific for JR's Texas Tales, where I share stories of Texans who triumphed over adversity and gave back to their local communities. Tune in for a bit of gritty edification on KDUS AM 1060, Arizona.
On Wednesday night, the Texas Rangers defeated the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 5 to clinch their first World Series in franchise history. Although it was a disappointing finish for Arizona, the journey of how they got this far against all odds is pretty remarkable and worth remembering and recapping. So how did we get here? Well, back in 2021, the D-backs had a 52-110 record, tied for the worst in the league. This team was still in a rebuild after they lost star players like Paul Goldschmidt, AJ Pollock, and Zach Greinke. They did have a couple players worth building around, such as Ketel Marte, Christian Walker, and Zach Gallen, but all 3 of them missed a portion of the season due to injury. The pitching staff really struggled in 2021, and so did the offense. But in 2022, the youngsters started to arrive, and the team started to turn it around. Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly had career seasons and were much more healthy than the previous year. We also saw glimpses of prospects like Corbin Carroll, Alec Thomas, and Geraldo Perdomo. The D-backs in 2022 won 74 games, a huge improvement from the 52 games they won in 2021. They were close. In the offseason, heading into the 2023 season, the D-backs made a big trade that surprised a lot of people. They traded Dalton Varsho to the Toronto Blue Jays, a talented young player in his own right, for Gabriel Moreno and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The D-backs made some noise from the start of 2023, surprising people from the get-go, as at the halfway point of the season, they were in first place in the NL West division. The team did struggle in the second half of the season as they saw their division lead slip away to the Dodgers. But the team overcame their struggles in the final month as they had a winning record in September after a losing record in July and August. The D-backs did make a couple big trades midway through the season to acquire Paul Sewald from the Seattle Mariners and Tommy Pham from the New York Mets to help fortify their roster. They had to fight to make the playoffs, but ultimately they won 84 games, which was enough to earn them the 6th and last wildcard spot in the National League playoff bracket. But then, just when everyone doubted this young team would be able to advance even past the 3-seeded Brewers in the first round, which was the wildcard round, that is when the answer backs were born. The D-backs swept the Brewers in 2 games, coming back from a deficit in both games in Milwaukee. Despite their youth and inexperience, the team actually relished the big moments, and not only did their resilience show, but their young players started to emerge as big game performers, unfazed by the pressure. The D-backs would ride the momentum from the wild card round and would sweep the division-winning rival Dodgers, a team not many thought they would beat, let alone sweep. Then in the NLCS against a powerful Phillies team, the D-backs overcame a 2-0 deficit and a 3-2 deficit and found a way to win the final 2 games in a hostile Philadelphia road environment and then probably get to the World Series. Even though they couldn't finish off the incredible run with a championship, the fact that this team made it this far with such a young roster and the odds stacked against them is quite remarkable. Considering the young promising stars that we saw rise to the occasion, the players in their prime such as Ketel Marte and Christian Walker, along with 2 ace pitchers and a great manager in Torey Lovullo, this is a Diamondback team with an incredibly bright future and present. It was the playoff run that none of us expected, but one that offered so many moments to remember along the way and paves the way for a potential championship that might not be too far away. Hi Varsity sports fans, this is Shai Gara. Make sure you stay tuned for our halftime where we break down different highlights from sports locally or otherwise, so plenty of entertainment and content coming your way if you stick around with us. What I personally think is cool about our halftime show is we cover different sports, maybe some you might not expect, and a variety of different content, of course, high school football, and maybe some professional stuff such as NFL highlights from the previous week.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sport.
Football
7-3 after halftime on a Friday night in South Scottsdale. A top 15 6A matchup on rivalry week, the final week of the regular season. Saguaro, number 11 in the state of Arizona, leads number 8 Pinnacle 7-3 in a defensive contest through the first half. Ryan Sikora with Shea Garrett as we close out the SaberCat regular season. Shea, very defensive game, and that's kind of playing into the hands more of Saguaro maybe than you'd normally expect.
Yeah, Saguaro's defense is always kind of just meeting the line rather than getting over it, if you will. And tonight we've seen them make some serious plays and some serious stops, stopping Pinnacle from getting touchdowns. They are on the board, but not by much. This game is not nearly over yet. It's still either team's game, but Saguaro definitely needs to stop making any little mistakes if they want to have a chance of keeping their foot in this.
They will kick us off to start the second half. Pinnacle with a pair back to receive in what is going to be a final 24 minutes of the regular season. Hampton with a low dribbler that is claimed by Hoover. And Luke Hoover's got a hole, and he's out past the 20 and down at the 25, and that's where Wyatt Horton will get us going to start this second half.
And these first couple plays, I think, will kind of be shown what this quarter is going to look like, what both teams kind of went over during halftime, what changes were made. This is going to be a big possession for both teams, for Saguaro to get a stop here and for Pinnacle to score in any way that they can.
Horton, the quarterback of a top 10 team in the state for the second straight year, the junior who got the starting job due to injury in front of him last year as a sophomore, took him all the way to a 6A state title game led by Deuce Robinson. And he hands it off to this year's primary weapon, Mason Hughes. They went from a team that liked to take shots and liked to play downfield football, and now it's all about this ground and pound style of offense. That was actually Mac Richards who was throwing a block for him, one of the leading wide receivers. So you can see the identity in this team in white is all about physical football up front. Time for Horton. This is the running back, and more chugging of the legs. And more yardage for Mason Hughes, who has eclipsed 80 total yards of offense on the night with that reception.
Trey Morrison on the tackle. Pass to number 3, gain of 5.
And it's 3rd down and 4 after the short gain. And Horton's getting the play call from the sidelines. Matt Hanshaw waving the towel. Early crossroads in the second half. Horton with time now has to step up, evades, and will run for the first down. Past the 40 he goes. And he's down at the 41 for a 7-yard gain. Or rather, a 7-yard gain. Sometimes math is hard.
We're journalists. We don't know math.
I don't. I can tell you that. I don't even think that's a journalism thing. I just think I don't know math.
I've always been bad, and I've been told that, and my explanation is that I'm good at English. So I'm going to run with that. And I keep telling people that as well.
Speaking of running with that, that's Mason Hughes again running with the football. Could you do that? Could you run with the football out there?
Probably not.
No?
Not very far, at least.
Yeah, I would agree, mostly.
With me or with you being able to do it?
With you being
okay,
able
right.
to not do it.
Right.
No, definitely.
That's fair enough, especially not with Saguaro defense looking as strong as they are tonight. There's no chance.
Yeah, I don't think either of us are doing that. I'm not going to lie.
That's okay. We'll stay up here, watch the game from afar.
Kind of cozy. I mean, the seats aren't too comfortable. The weather is good enough as Horton will throw on play action. First shot of the day for Jace Pena. And it is broken up on the way by Kyron Jones and Fred Parsons.
That could have been a very easy interception for the SaberCats if they just got a little further. It was still good that obviously the pass wasn't reciprocated. I can't even think of words now. I'm too cold. But the pass wasn't received.
Reciprocated?
Okay. What's the word I'm looking for? When it was incomplete. It was an incomplete pass.
It is not cold. I would like to preface that. It is just cold for people that live in Arizona, i.e. our producer, Sammy Rivera, who's got a hot chocolate and it's 68 out, maybe 75. 3rd and 9, meanwhile, on this opening drive for Horton downfield. It is caught by Jace Pena. Was he out of bounds? We're getting an incomplete signal, and that's going to be 4th down on the way.
It is 71, but I am freezing, and I forgot my jacket. So that is my defense. I'm from Tucson. I get cold easily, and I'm not afraid to with my
Yeah, but Tucson's colder than this
I
at
know,
this time of year.
But I haven't been down there in a while. And in the cold, I moved up to Phoenix for school, and I don't find myself down there very frequently when it's cold.
Is Tucson a hot chocolate in November 3rd type of cold, though? I think not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But I respect Sammy's hustle.
I don't.
Okay.
I also don't think the people watching this really care
about Sammy's hustle.
About how cold it is while they kick back in their couch and they've got, the AC on 74. As they blow it dead
Timeout, Pinnacle.
for a Pioneer timeout. We'll stay here and keep you up to date as to what's going on around the playoff picture. So entering the week, the Open 8 bracket read like this. Centennial was the 1 seed, Liberty the 2, Basha the 3, Canyon del Oro, a 4A school, is the 4 seed Chandler, who's playing Hamilton tonight in the Battle of Arizona Avenue, the 5 seed. The 6 seed was Highland, who's got maybe the marquee win of the season. 7 seed was Hamilton, and the 8 seed was ALA Queen Creek, who are now a 6A school. The 6A playoffs, Pinnacle was the 1. You're watching Pinnacle and Saguaro right now. Saguaro the 4 seed. Pioneers slated to play Mesa. SaberCats on a date with Desert Ridge as it stands. Brophy is the 2 seed. Other notables, Sandra Day O'Connor, who was in the Open last year, the 11 seed. Castile the 10 seed. And Chaparral, who are 2-7 heading into today, are the first team out of the 6A playoffs as it stands. We bring you back with the punt from Dylan Frick. J.C. Dickerson will receive this one. It's a low one, and Dickerson, not a lot of hang time as he catches it at the 15 and steps up field. He's wrapped up shy of the 25. Alan Sukup on the tackle, the Indiana commit, one of the best long snappers in the state and maybe the best long snapper in the country. 9:11 to go, 3rd quarter. So basically for Pinnacle, it reads as, hey, you're the 1 seed in 6A right now. You win, and you might have a chance at the Open. If you lose, you're one of the favorites to win the 6A playoffs come the end of November.
So really, either way, they're not sitting in a bad spot. But Saguaro, however, does kind of need this win to go into the playoffs with a winning mindset. They haven't had a win in a while. I believe it's been 2 weeks now.
As they throw on 1st down and hit as he caught it. On the outside, a hard hit from Lanice. It's Kyron Jones on the reception.
Mason Bray's pass to number 13, Kyron Jones. Gain of 6.
You look around the state right now, that Liberty Centennial game, that's the #1 game in the country. Top 25 national matchup, 25 Liberty, 23 Centennial. It's halfway through the 2nd quarter, and Liberty leads 7-3 in a defensive battle. On 2nd down, they will hand it off to Jaden Matthews, who goes nowhere. That last update was about 35 minutes ago, though, so they're at halftime, which means it's probably 7-3 Lions at the break. Saguaro got a chance to see both of those teams and fell in defeat. The other big game going on tonight, of course, the Battle of Arizona Avenue. It is a domination. Chandler is up 35-3 at the half. So if you're Hamilton, you're the 7 seed in the Open right now. You're getting blown out in the last game of the year. Not a good look, and maybe the computer sees that, and you need to make that game close if you want to maybe sneak your way into the Open. But if you're Pinnacle, if you're a Pinnacle fan watching that, you're going, hey, we're right now probably the next team in, best position to jump our way into the playoffs. If Hamilton's going to fall out, the Pioneers, who are down 4 points right now, 4 minutes into the third quarter, are seeing that and saying, hey, we've got an opportunity here.
And one thing about the Open is it has made teams a little more competitive. I mean, it definitely puts a little edge on the regular season, kind of preparing for being able to be eligible in the Open. And Saguaro wasn't up for the feat, but then you have playoffs where it's another opportunity to kind of look forward to something postseason.
It'll be the first year that the Sabre Cats, rather, have missed the Open. So it'll be a different sort of a look this year without the black and gold of Saguaro. 3rd down and 5, clock ticking. That's Matthews in motion. Bray will stroll out to his right, looking over, and it is tipped away by Sanders, who throws a sword to the sideline.
Bray's pass intended for number 3, Jaden Matthews, incomplete.
Xavier Sanders batted it away. It was looking for Jaden Matthews, and on 4th down, James Hall will come out. We were talking about it at halftime, Shay. It's 7-3, but it feels more like a 17-14, more explosive football game.
We've just seen so many good plays on both sides of the board here, offensively and defensively for both teams, that I'm kind of surprised it's such a low-scoring game. But you're right, so much has happened during this game, and so much is still to come.
Hall, who's had one good punt today, takes his time and blasts one with good hang time. It's fair caught by Schultz at the 38. He fumbled the last one that he received, so he hangs on to this one. And it's another drive for the Pioneer offense that has stalled compared to usual. 31 points a game is what they average. Only 3 through what is essentially the first 29, 30 minutes of the football game.
7 minutes, 34 seconds left in the third quarter.
They had a bad offensive week last time out against Centennial. Only put up 6 against the Coyotes at home on their senior night. It's the Saguaro senior night final home game of the regular season. A quick out to Jace Pena, and Pena crosses the 50. Tackled out of bounds at the 44-yard line, maybe a little beyond that. Or a little behind it. They'll actually mark him at the 48. He stepped out earlier, so a 10-yard gain.
Made by 26, Angel Thues.
Angel Theus on the tackle. He was questionable coming into this one, working with a shoulder concern. First and 10, Horton, a quick out, nowhere to go. Swallowed up on the screen pass is Johnson. He got free, they say. Or no, the officials blew it dead. But Johnson got out of it and was inside the 30, going to go untouched into the end zone.
Loss of 2 on the play.
And so what would have been a touchdown is going to be a loss of 2. Horton will run. And again, he goes nowhere. Gets 3 yards and 3rd and 9 on the way. How about this 6.5 quarter stretch from the Pioneers? If you throw out that crazy 3-drive sequence where South Point scored on 3 straight possessions, they have not allowed a touchdown. Obviously, you're throwing out 3 possessions that happened over a 5-minute span, but not allowed a touchdown in quite a while. Didn't allow one all of the second half in that game a week ago. And there's a jump from somebody. It's on the Pioneers, it's going backwards. Illegal procedure is the actual official call.
Still 3rd down.
Horton on 3rd down is dropped. Elias Johnson on the sack, and he helps him up after. That's the converted running back who gets into the backfield. He's replacing Garrett Martin there. And that'll set up 4th down. The punt unit comes on for both teams. This defense just continues to get better and better with each snap.
To J.C. Dickerson back to receive the punt.
Fair caught by Dickerson, and then he dropped it. And it's scooped up at first by Pinnacle, who dove on it. There's a flag, and coming out of the pile for Saguaro with the football is Tyler Overstreet, the tight end. We'll see what happens on that flag. So Frick's punt, bobbled by Dickerson, picked up by Overstreet.
Penalty on the play.
The officials will talk it out as it stands at Saguaro football on their own 21. And they're going to call a personal foul on Pinnacle. Saguaro is going to get the football, going to get some field position from there. And they go all the way up to the 36 after the 15-yard personal foul. Hand off to Jaden Matthews. 4 minutes and 45 seconds now to go, as the clock continues to tick on the 2-yard game.
Gain of 2 on the play. Ball carrier Jaden Matthews. 2nd down.
Bray gonna try and escape. He can't get past the initial run of Robinson, then he's wrestled down
No gain on the play.
for a loss of 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
And sack is going to get credited to Frankie Gleish.
The SaberCats might have had a loss of 1, but you're seeing Pinnacle has no loss of stamina here. I mean, they came out of halftime running fast, strong defense, strong offense. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and Saguaro needs to score here if they want to stay in the game, because there's no telling what Pinnacle can do on their next possession.
And you can see why they're 6-3. 3rd down and 9. Out to Matthews. Green grass in front for the speedster. He's got the 1st down. He's dropped shy of the 50 at the 49.
Jaden Matthews, good enough for a Saguaro. 1st down.
That is going to be enough to move the chains. is 35-6 Chandler. The third quarter just started in the East Valley as Bray breaks a tackle on 3rd down and 10. He pitches it off on 1st down and 10. And Siegel is thumped, and he fumbled the football out of bounds. A big hit.
Number 84, Cam Siegel for a Saguaro, 1st down.
And Siegel shy of the 30, but it's another 1st down for the SaberCats. That's an ad-libbed play to get him going.
That's one of those plays where the SaberCats definitely got a little lucky there. Bray was kind of forced out of like his own plays. He had to do something kind of rash, made a kind of a weird throw there, and it worked out in their favor.
Saguaro are going to take a timeout after all that. That's their first of this second half with 2 minutes and 25 or so to go here in the third quarter. We'll go to break.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Back out of the timeout, 2:25 to go, third quarter, 7-3. Saguaro with the football and the lead. Shea has stood up, she's cold.
Don't tell the people that, okay? They don't need to know.
No, they do.
They don't want to know.
First down carry from Jaden Matthews. We went to break, telling you 35-6 in the Battle of Arizona Avenue. No updates in the last 45 minutes from Centennial and Liberty, that top 25 matchup. We're working on that. For reference, Shea is standing up. It is a crispy, kind 69 degrees. That's perfect weather as Matthews will carry on second down. There's a flag behind the run as Jaden got back to the line of scrimmage.
Matthews on the carry. Penalty on the play.
This one probably on Cam Segal. Another flag late. That one might be on one of the Pinnacle players for unsportsmanlike. We'll see. They could get offset here.
In other news, I'm sitting again. No need to worry. I'm toughing it up.
She heard how not cold it was, and she decided she needed
decided I wasn't cold. Being cold is a mindset, Ryan.
Settle down. So with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's 24-17. Liberty out in front over Centennial. That one doesn't really have any effect on this game other than, hey, you should be keeping an eye on it just for the sake of it. It's a really
good
high-level football game.
Especially at the high school level, you're seeing two teams that have had phenomenal seasons. Very impressive. Saguaro obviously had tough feet to beat them, and they did not. But
unsportsmanlike conduct on Pinnacle.
So they went unsportsmanlike on Pinnacle, so Saguaro's actually going to move forward here. The Chains will move with them. The Centennial Liberty game opened in the second half with a 95-yard kickoff return to make it 16-10, and then Liberty then went down the field with a 67-yard deep touchdown to Braylon Gardner, make it 24-10, and then Centennial scored 5 minutes after that. So offense coming alive in that game. The offense still working its way through here in South Scottsdale. They won't move the sticks quite yet. It's second down and 3. This game has hummed along, continues to move at a decent tempo. Motion from Jaden Matthews. Bray will keep it, spins free, and has a first down.
Slowly but surely, they are getting there. They are getting to the end zone.
They're working on it. Last time we saw them this far down the field, there was an interception that gave Pinnacle life to end the first half. So far, a scoreless third quarter. Bray, J.C. Dickerson on a screen, hook and ladders around and makes a man miss. A swim move from J.C. Dickerson. He's got both touchdowns here tonight. The right play call at the right time, and with a minute left in his third quarter, Saguaro strike for the second time.
Like I said, that's huge. They needed this to end the third quarter, kind of give Pinnacle more of a hard time to make a comeback here. They don't want to let them go too easy. They want this win. They want it bad, and they're proving it with every play that they make.
And so a two-score cushion now for the Cats. You just saw the replay as the extra point is tried and true from Bo Hampton, 14-3. This one got a little bit more offense in it. Finally, we'll go to break. 22 seconds or so left in this third quarter.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
Closing moments of this third quarter, a touchdown for J.C. Dickerson, his second of the evening. 14-3 lead with a minute and 4 to go in the third quarter. Ryan Saguaro, Shea, much needed touchdown for Saguaro.
That was a huge play for them. They needed that for not only the confidence, but to put the numbers on the board. This was huge for them.
It's a good kickoff return here, though, for Pinnacle as they're out past the 35. A rare touch for Charlie Tabor. He takes it and is down at the 36-yard line. This offense for the Pioneers, which has been so successful at times this year, has hit a rough patch in their season. They have to find a way to get success to close out this game. They need to really get the downfield passing stuff going. Horton rolling away, chucking out. It's caught by Mac Richards right at the line to gain, and he's got it.
Horton's pass is complete to number 8, Mac Richard. Good for a Pinnacle first down.
Pioneers get going quickly. Plenty of time still on their side, a whole quarter still to come. Trying to find any momentum where they can, though. Horton. This is Mason Hughes, and he takes another guy with him. Clock will stop at 30 seconds. There's always a perfect time to remind you that tomorrow we've got the Varsity Sports Show, morning radio show, 8 to 10 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060. It's Vince and Dorian Zavala who will be on that one. That's a deep ball downfield, and Mac Richards held on to that despite a thump from Fred Parsons. And this is the best this offense has looked today. Inside the 30 for Horton. Has time, will scramble upfield and get to the 20. And that should and will be the final play of the third quarter.
Horton on the keeper, gain of 6. Tackle made by number 18.
Saguaro score a touchdown right near the end of this one. But Pinnacle responding with their best drive of the evening. It's 14-3. The Pioneers, the number 8 team in 6A, are on a bit of a drive. Fourth quarter on the way when we come back.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Fourth quarter, 14-3 lead for Saguaro. They try and spring the upset on senior night. Pinnacle with the ball and driving, though, just outside the red zone. The best Wyatt Horton has looked all night. Horton with no time. He's pressured off the edge. It's Elias Johnson again, who really couldn't get on the field the first couple of games of the season. He had to miss the first 5 due to transfer rules and then didn't really feature a lot the first couple of games back. He was a running back coming in. They've moved him to defensive end following Garrett Martin's injury, and he has had a relative success. Horton has a man in the flats, won't use him. He's chased away, downfield for the end zone, and in and out of Jace Pina's hands.
Personal foul, face mask on Saguaro.
But the Cats with another costly penalty, as has been the case all season, a face mask.
Result of the play is first down, Pinnacle.
First and 10 from inside the 15. And there's a flag at the line of scrimmage. Pinnacle think it's on Saguaro, and it is. It's encroachment.
On Saguaro.
And after you have one of your better drives tonight, you finally plug in for a touchdown. Your defense has been great, but what a response from Pinnacle. So it's first down and 5. They will hand it off, run the same play they were going to Mason Hughes. As he gets near the 5 at the 7. Got a yard.
Amari Taase on the tackle.
Horton will keep it. He's thumped right at the line of scrimmage. There's a pile that ensues, and he goes nowhere. It's third down. 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. A 2-possession lead for Saguaro on the defensive side. 3rd down and 5 inside the 10. Horton scrambling, completing right at the line to gain. The clock will roll. That doesn't really matter at this point. And
by number 15, senior Damian Soki.
they will not give him the first down. It's 4th and 1. Damian Soki stopped Keenan Johnson a yard short, and the kicking unit is going to come on.
It's an interesting choice. You're so close to getting more points on the board, especially being down. You think that the team would want to get as many points as they could.
And so the math lines up here, though. A field goal to make it 14-6 is almost blocked, but Cooper King's kick is up and good. It's now back to a 1-possession game. It's a stop and a score. That's all the difference as Pinnacle try and climb their way back in. 9 minutes to go, fourth quarter.
Hey folks, J.R. Lambright here, special field correspondent for the Varsity Sports Show. Join me every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific for JR's Texas Tales, where I share stories of Texans who triumphed over adversity and gave back to their local communities. Tune in for a bit of gritty edification on KDUS AM 1060, Arizona.
After the Pioneer field goal, we've got a 14-6 game. It is caught at the 1 by Dickerson, who's got 2 touchdowns today as he stumbles shy of the 20. And now it gets interesting. A defensive stop for Pinnacle puts them right back in business. Saguaro would love to keep this clock rolling on their side and make a big drive and probably score 6 more.
Saguaro definitely needs to score here to kind of avoid it being this close of a game. We're kind of in the zone where it's not super comfortable in being a one-score game. Saguaro just kind of needs to pull all their stops out to get one more.
Here's J.C. Dickerson spinning around the edge, and at the 26 he goes for a 9-yard gain.
2nd down.
Saguaro with a win would likely avoid a losing record for the first time since 2005. They have been a super successful program. Mason Bray on 2nd down scrambles and chucks to the sideline.
Bray's pass is incomplete.
The John Sanders and Jason Mons eras led lots of titles, lots of coverage, lots of looks, and this year some of that has died away. It's now 3rd down and a yard. Matthews going backwards and is dragged down. There's a flag down.
Penalty on the play.
It's held right where Matthews was tackled. He is 3 yards shy of where they started. So he lost a bunch. This is a potentially big flag to see which way it goes. And rightfully so, a long discussion from the officiating crew.
Penalty is personal foul, face mask on Pinnacle. The result is 1st down, Saguaro.
And that's big. Face mask on the Pioneers. First and 10, a handoff. This is Jacob Brown, the spellback inside the other team's 40, tackled at the 38. His longest run of the season.
Brown on the carry to the 38-yard line. Saguaro, first down.
Brown trying to get going again, and this time he's thumped backwards.
Loss of 3 on the play. Second down.
His clock continues to roll. Bray from an empty backfield, downfield, got it J.C. Dickerson. And he steps out of bounds inside the 30. He got the first down, and here we go. Now the offense is coming alive.
One thing that we've kind of seen with Saguaro in this game versus others is that they haven't lost their stamina offensively, maybe slightly defensively, but I feel strongly about the fact that their offense kind of hasn't given up, and it shows on the scoreboard.
It is 30-17, Liberty in front of Centennial. That one was tipped at the line of scrimmage by Robinson. Halverson was in the area, potentially ready to pick it off. Second down and 10. Jacob Brown getting consistent minutes here at running back. That's Jaden Matthews, the starting back. He's pushed out.
Matthews on the reception. Gain of 4. Third down.
Third down and 6. Bray downfield, caught by Rinaldi. A tackle missed, and Reese Rinaldi's inside the 10.
Reese Rinaldi on the carry. Good for a Saguaro first down.
Brought down by Dominic Polito, and a Saguaro first down. It's first and goal.
Official timeout.
Official timeout as they tend to an injured Pioneer. That was as big of a play as we've seen from Saguaro in crunch time all season long.
I'd like to thank our 2023 Saguaro level sponsors, Stieg and Wachtel, Plumbing Medic, and Miracle Motors. Thank you for your generous contribution and support to Saguaro football program. Saguaro Sacred Cat Football Foundation would like to thank our 2023 founding level sponsor, Eco Roofing, where sustainability matters most. Thank you for your generous
So the timeout, player walked off the field under his own power, a 14-6 game. SaberCats trying to restore a 2-score lead. This is a handoff to Jaden Matthews. He gets maybe a yard.
Matthews on the carry, gain of 1. Second down.
Second down and goal from the 7. Dickerson went in motion. Bray is looking around the other end. Camden Siegel. 6 more for the SaberCats. And they restore a 2-possession lead. That was a textbook drive from Saguaro. Extra point from Bohampton, and one of the Pioneers jumped early.
Penalty on the play.
This is probably the best win Saguaro is going to put together all season if they can hang on. A resume booster that could see the SaberCats at 5-5 slide up the rankings. Currently the 4 seed. You could see them maybe as high as the 2 seed in 6A. With all that's going on with the Chandler-Hamilton game and how Hamilton is getting blown out in that one. Nightmare scenario for Pinnacle. They thought they might still be an open team with a win and a Hamilton loss. It looks like they might both fall. On a Friday night, a 15-point lead for the Saguaro SaberCats. They try and get off the high and get a win heading into the postseason on the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi Varsity sports fans, this is Shai Gara. Make sure you stay tuned for our halftime where we break down different highlights from sports locally or otherwise. So plenty of entertainment and content coming your way if you stick around with us. What I personally think is cool about our halftime show is we cover different sports, maybe some you might not expect, and a variety of different content, of course, high school football, and maybe some professional stuff such as NFL highlights from the previous week.
(21-6), 5 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the ball game. Simply about to chalk down to a senior night success. Still plenty of football left, but it looks like Saguaro, as of now, has played well enough to earn a 5th win of the season. That one goes into the end zone, and it's where a Pinnacle offense that only scored 6 points last week is maybe only going to walk out of here with 6 points this week, steps back onto the field.
First down, Pinnacle from the 20-yard line.
Not the day the Pioneers would have wanted. The SaberCats have found a lot more success than they've been able to find against good football teams this year than most. Horton outside. It's a hard hit from Damian Soki as he brings down Jace Pena.
Horton's pass complete to number 11, Jace Pena. Tackle made by number 15, Damian Soki.
Pioneers go quick as Horton steps up, is looking to throw, and will, and it hits the turf. Nobody in the area. The closest receiver was Mac Richards.
Third down.
Next up for both these teams is the playoffs. Nobody really knows anything other than it's going to be played on a Thursday. No Friday Night Lights next week because of Veterans Day. Saguaro likely putting themselves in a good position in the 6A playoffs if results hold tonight. Horton trying to get away from CJ Nunnally, and he doesn't. Trey Morrison helped wrap him up on the way. It's been that kind of night for the Pinnacle signal caller. It's 4th down, and it's got to go for it territory. Horton across the middle, and stuffed as he caught it was Mac Richards. There's a flag late on the Pinnacle side, or the Saguaro sideline. Morrison on the tackle. Looks like it might just be a sideline warning. That's what it is. SaberCat football after the sideline warning. Stick around for the post game. Zach Hill's going to talk. We're going to try and get J.C. Dickerson on the program. He's got a pair of touchdowns today for the Cats. It'll be with Shea. If it's not live, and we'll get you that information in a moment or two once we come back from the next break. It'll be on our Twitters at Varsity Show, our social media stuff. As after that stop, Saguaro seemingly likely to wrap it up tomorrow morning on KDUS AM Radio 1060, the Varsity Sports Show from 8 to 10. You'll hear from Zach again as Coach Hill will come on to have a conversation about tonight's result and their playoff outlook. You'll get a chance to also hear from a bunch of other 6A coaches that you might get to face if you're a SaberCat fan.
Gain of 7, 2nd down.
That'll be with Vince DeLisio and a motley crew that includes Dorian Zavala by himself. Going solo with Vince. He'll have fun with it. Also, after our game here concludes, check out the Varsity postgame live with Kyle Cooper. Shea will stop in, talk about the game, and you'll get a chance to catch up on scores around the state. A couple of big ones. Chandler blowing out Hamilton here tonight. It has not been close.
Jacob Brown on the carry.
Big one out of the West Valley
down.
between Liberty and Centennial has been. Chandler score 42-6 at the end of the 3rd quarter. For Centennial, number 23 in the nation, on the road at number 25, Liberty. At the end of their 3rd quarter, that was 15 minutes ago, the Liberty Lions had a 30-17 lead. As this clock is still got a long way to go, but is pretty much going to get run out as Saguaro are going to feel victory for the first time in a while. On 1st and 10, there's a handoff and a run for Jaden Matthews.
Jaden Matthews on the carry. 2nd down.
And we'll just keep letting this clock stroll away. A senior night win for the Saguaro SaberCats. J.C. Dickerson had a great night in his final regular season home game. No JoJo Clark tonight due to injury, but Jaden Matthews played well as he takes another carry here. Eddie Roa got some minutes. Trey Morrison, as always, special. Jacoby Spence more on the defensive side today than anything else. C.J. Nunnally lived in the backfield. Kyron Jones had a catch. Damian Soki played a lot of minutes. Mason Bray, of course, quarterbacking his team to yet another win on this season. Final games for Jordan Kuntz and Omar Lazcano, Avante Molina, Jaden Staple got a carry or two, or got in there for a rep or so. Angel Theus is just a sophomore, but his safety partner, Avery Nelson, got a chance to start tonight. Charles Howard, Mario Espinoza, Aiden Johnson, Edwin Dennis all getting to walk in the pregame ceremonies. Lou LaFawn did the same.
Mason Gray on the carry.
Cristiano Franco, he walked too. James Hall had a couple of good punts. Allison Pena walked. Brian McKell did too. Damian Gutierrez, who has gotten some decent minutes at time this year in the offensive front, as Lou LaFawn is going to come into this game in just a second here and maybe finish this one out. McConey Norton played the guitar, the electric guitar for the anthem pregame. Might have been the highlight of the night, as it's 4th down. They're going to go for it here, Saguaro. Try and just get the first down as Jaden Matthews rolls into the end zone for a touchdown to close this one out. Jonathan Gallardo got some minutes too. That, I think, does it for all the seniors on this SaberCat roster. Back amongst the wins goes Saguaro. Long time coming for a team that did not do as much damage to themselves tonight. That was the key thing. They did not have bone-crunching penalties or head-scratching mistakes or turnovers. They had a couple of penalties, but nothing that truly cost them, as Bohampton's extra point is up and good. We'll stick around just to the end of this one, then we'll go to break right after. Probably the cleanest game the SaberCats have played since the 35-31 loss to Basha all the way at the beginning of the year. That's good news for Zach Hill, who thinks he's got a team that's talented enough to go on a run in the 6A postseason. For Pinnacle, they're going to fall to 6-4. They might fall into one of the lower seeds in the 6A playoffs. Lower being the upper lower seeds. They'll still be probably a top 4 team when the bracket is revealed tomorrow. That will be big news. Take a look at that, find out where your team falls. The SaberCats anywhere in those top 2 or 3 seeds, you'd have to think, in the 6A postseason. Brophy South Point today is going to have a lot to determine that. If South Point wins, the Pioneers will likely rise above the Brophy Broncos. If Brophy beats South Point, you never know with South Point's win over this Saguaro team, as this is Luke Hoover trying to turn and outrun the clock, and he couldn't. Saguaro on senior day stand on top. A 28-6 dominant win over a consensus top 10 team in the state of Arizona. Cats improved to 5-5, and that 500 record should be enough to see them make sure they don't finish the year with a losing record. The only way they do that is if they lose the first round of the playoffs next Thursday. We will, in all likelihood, this Saguaro team that has been put together so finely by the Varsity Sports Show, have that SaberCat postseason game. We will take a break, come back and debrief it. Shay's going to try and get Zach Hill. We'll get word on if that one's going to be live or not. But the SaberCats get a 28-6 win over Pinnacle here to close out the regular season on senior night.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon.
A win for Saguaro on senior night. As you can see, a 28-6 final score. Zach Hill's coming up in just a moment. Jaden Matthews gets a touchdown. J.C. Dickerson with the pair. Camden Siegel with a score too. As a lot of seniors got involved, and Shea is currently working on roping them around and trying to figure it out. After the post-game debrief, that's the first one that's felt good in quite a while. Shea is down there with Zach Hill and the crew right about now.
Good to be on our home field, senior night, playing for these guys that have put in a ton of hard work through the year, and getting a big victory here at the end feels really, really good. And it was nice to see all the players, smiling and good energy after the game. It's a perfect way to start our playoff run.
And JC, you had 2 touchdowns out of the 4. How is this game for you? What does this game mean to you?
It means a lot. I've been going off 2 injuries right now. Last year got hurt, and then this year got hurt again, but pushed through that. So it really means a lot, and especially on senior night, have the ball out, and that's it.
And then how are you guys preparing for the next game? You're finally into the postseason. What's the game plan?
Yeah, playoffs are fun, and it's a time where you got to be playing your best football. So we'll figure out, who we play tomorrow, and then start our preparation. Sounds like it'll be a short week and probably a Thursday game. So excited to be in the playoffs, though. It's a fun time to play football.
Do you want to say anything else, JC? You good?
I'm good.
Okay, well, great game with both of you today. Thank you so much. Congrats on the win. With the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Shay Garrett.
I'm sure they'll enjoy that night. A big win for Saguaro to get them back to 500. They've got the postseason on the way next. They're going to be a top 4 seed in the 6A playoffs. I doubt at this point they sneak into the Open, though Chandler blowing the brakes off of Hamilton. Quite a surprise. Liberty are going to walk out winners against Centennial in that big one. The gap heading into the Open and really the rest of the playoffs in this state is Liberty, everybody else. And it's not even really a question. That team should walk their way. We got a chance to see them a couple weeks ago. Pinnacle might have a say. If you're a SaberCat fan, you could see the Pioneers again in the 6A postseason. Your final score tonight, 28-6. Player of the game is J.C. Dickerson. Zach Hill gets his 5th win in this first regular season as Saguaro SaberCat head football coach. For Shay Garrett, for Dorian Zavala, for Sammy Rivera, the rest of the production team, Ryan Sikora. We'll see you in the postseason next